In this video, we're going to look at the lower course feature of floodplains and levees. And thinking about what types of exam questions we could be asked to explain the formation of these two river features in a step-by-step process. We could perhaps be given a photograph which we are asked to annotate or label with characteristics and features, or even perhaps a diagram. So if we get started with the formation of this feature first of all. So step one in the formation of a floodplain and levee is the understanding that, first of all, floodplains and levees can be found in your lower course, your lowest part of your river towards the mouth. Floodplains are very wide and flat areas of land either side of the river where we have silt deposits on floodplains, which is basically sediment building up. Step two in the formation of this river landscape is that the river transports sediment downstream towards the lower course of the river. And when the river floods or has a high discharge, it will transport the sediment over the floodplain like you can see on the diagram above. When a flood does occur, the river loses its energy as it travels over the floodplain. This means it deposits the largest sediment almost immediately on the sides of the riverbank because it has less energy to carry them, whereas the smaller particles, sand and silt, will be travelled further away from the riverbank sides, further into the floodplain. Step three is when we have flooding continuously occurring along the lower course of our river, and this means that any sediment deposited will increase over time, and the small fine sediment will help to rise and build our floodplains, our flat areas of land, whereas the larger particles will build up our levees, these small naturally built walls, if you like, either side of the riverbank. And these are located on the screen now in front of you. Step four in the formation of a floodplain and levee is when you can see evidence that the riverbanks, the levees themselves at the immediate sides of the riverbank have built up and increased over time from this heavier sediment being deposited, whereas the floodplains have also increased due to this fine sand and silt. What this does is raises the river channel, which then allows the river to be able to cope with a higher discharge and therefore making it less likely to flood in the future. So just to finish off, thinking about what a floodplain and levee looks like on a photograph if we were asked to annotate it in a GCSE examination, we could potentially use descriptive words to describe our floodplain being wide and flat, expansive pieces of land either side of our river. We also potentially then could label a levee, even if it is not very clear on a picture. These two landforms usually form together, which is why I've put a question mark next to levee. We can also see evidence of a meander, a bend or wind in a river. So these would be some examples of annotations that I would recommend to students to include on this type of river landscape.